This is Roleplay with Mr. and Mrs. McGarbo. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. McGarbo. How are you going?
Good.
Welcome back to Cobra Kai. It's not really nice to see you guys again.
Thank you.
Things going okay?
Oh, yeah.
A couple of dramas here and there.
Yeah.
Look, how are the kids going? You've got the 3 kids under 7, so it's a bit of a handful, I'm sure.
Yeah. They're down the hall there with Tracy. Yeah.
Okay, of course, going to make sure they've been looked after. Someone, Tracy is always does a kids love Tracy.
They're being looked after.
Beautiful, nice one. I mean, that's the most important thing in our conversations is obviously the safety of the kids and how the kids are going. So I understand the Department of Child Safety have got involved.
But I don't know why. The children
Sure.
are well behaved.
Yeah, I'm
We
sure
make
they are.
sure.
I'm sure they are. Yeah. I suppose things we'll work through here. We'll try and get an understanding of the different laws and moral outtakes we have here in Australia that might have been different than back home. So we'll go through a few of those things. Just a little bit of understanding about your culture and a bit of understanding of the culture that you've moved to might make life a little bit easier.
Yes.
I'm going to give you some literature to take home. It'll be an understanding of language that you guys understand, which is great. Just explaining a few laws, like there's a Child Protection Act from 1999 that we have in Australia, and Human Rights Act, and Queensland Domestic and Family Violence Act 2012, the Family Law Act. Again, I'll give you all the literature. We'll go through it, and it'll all be in a manner that we can all understand.
Oh, it's good. I can't.
Yeah, sure. So that's great. We've got a lot to work with, but we'll work together, and we'll
It will be in my language.
absolutely 100%. So even I was going to say, look, firstly, your English is fantastic, so congratulations on that. But again, mine's not great. I probably need a bit of help with mine as well. But even if you ever need interpreters when you're meeting with me, or with absolutely anyone or any of our services, please let us know. We'll arrange that straight away. Again, you're doing a great job with your language, but with your language.
Thank you.
But
We can talk simple.
you
But
do,
when it comes to all these laws,
Sure.
we understand Australia to be a free country, but I don't.
sure.
We can't bring up our children the way we want to bring our children up because here it's against the law.
That's
So if I have to talk to someone about law, then maybe it would be good if I had someone who could speak my language.
absolutely
And then we
100%.
can understand.
For sure. I love your attitude. That's we're making steps already. We'll get the right interpreters in, get the right communication going. You guys can learn about the laws we have here in Australia, which keeps society going. It makes us all look after each other, makes us all roll along, and hopefully progress as a society. So really glad that you're willing to learn about that, and we will take the right measures to make sure that everything that we speak to you about or literature we give you is completely understandable to you. So thanks very much for being willing to good on you guys. Everything we do here at Cobra Kai, but everything we like to do with the laws in Australia is promote human rights to make sure that everyone gets a fair go. So, for example, the Child Protection Act explains that no child should be living in fear or in danger of being assaulted. And again, those things, for so many reasons, but for the benefit of the family and also for the kids, there's a lot of shocking impact that the kids can experience from witnessing or experiencing domestic family violence. So we will work together to really get on top of that. So good on you guys. guys.
We understand discipline.
Good evening, Mr. McGarbo.
And so if we can't discipline in a traditional way, then you have to help us
Absolutely.
how we
That's
can
right.
discipline our children.
And there's many ways of doing that. And again, I'm really happy to hear those words. Many ways to do that. So with the service we can provide here, we will help each other get into that goal.
Oh, good. Our goal is to have a good family and
Great.
well-behaved children
Beautiful.
with a good future
Great.
in a country that allows them to grow and benefit.
Great. I love it. So we're definitely looking down. You're happy, Mrs. McGarbo? You're good. Beautiful.
Fair go. Fair go.
Cool. I am glad you brought up goals because that's one thing that I want to work with you guys to achieve is setting some goals and seeing if we can meet them. Goals are really, really important. We have immediate goals, short-term goals, and long-term goals. With those, goals allow us to make progress and make our life better and to see where we're heading in the future. So I'd like you guys to see how you feel about prioritising those goals and see which one's immediate and crucial to crisis situation. Get some short-term goals and some long-term goals for see how down a year down the track, see how things are progressing there. So do you mind me asking how would you like to see your future progressing here in Australia? So Mr. McGarbo, you first. How would you like to see your future here?
I tell you that I want my family to grow up and have good education, get good jobs, do something good for the community.
Great.
But you confuse me when you say short-term and long-term goals.
Okay, no worries. So you understand what I'm saying by setting goals to achieve certain things?
Yes, yes.
So we break them down to immediate goals, short-term goals, and long-term goals. And the immediate-term goals being urgent. So, for example, you've mentioned the kids was great. I think maybe, again, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but
so short-term goal for me is to be able to live without coming to see government people, to have people come to my house to see how my children are being cared for.
No worries. Well, that's
short-term goal is to be able to live freely.
So we've got an immediate goal, then a short-term goal, then a long-term goal. So immediate goal.
So you help me.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's an immediate goal. We will help you. So that's great. So by helping you.
Long-term goal, 5 years?
Yeah, sure.
10 years?
1 year.
Children go to university, become doctor, lawyer.
Beautiful. So that's great. So it's so good to hear you talk about the children because they're obviously the most important aspect to the situation here. So immediate goal would be to make sure they're safe and happy and willing to be able to do their education, one day get to university and do those things. So by helping you, we will supply you with all the information and all the services that we possibly can. There's some great services that we can help you out with, and I'll get back to that in a second. Mrs. McGarbo, do you have any immediate or short-term or long-term goals that you'd like to speak of?
Yes.
See how you like with your future?
Yes.
Go for it.
Short, medium, long, fair go.
Fair go. I love it.
Fair go.
Well, there you go. You already picked up a bit of Australian slang there. So we're on the way. But listen, we're all going to work as a team here. I'm here to help you guys. So let's not try and get too down on the situation. We'll create a fair go for you guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fair go.
So, Mrs. with that, as I was saying, sorry, I'll just check my notes for 2 seconds. So we've kind of like spoke then about what things you need help with, which is great. We'll keep on working with that as well. Do you mind me asking what did you guys used to do to enjoy yourselves? What kind of activities did you used to do that you might?
Fishing.
Fishing, beautiful. Well, there's such great fishing outlets here, especially in far north Queensland. So, we can get you in contact with groups and services that hold these fishing meetings and fishing groups. So, beautiful. A bit of outdoor activity. Mr. McGarvey, you like that as well?
Yeah. And me meet Australian who fish Australian fish.
Beautiful.
We learn how to fish Australian fish.
Right.
My wife likes me fishing.
Right.
Peace of mind.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, this is the thing. If we can make everyone happier and more content, we're on the way.
I'm a good cook.
I bet you are too. I bet you are. So, some services that we can help you out with here. There's some great services that we can use through the organisation here. There's a migrant settlement service, which help refugees network with people from maybe who come from the same part of the world, or if you want to meet some Australian people, get into the fishing with them, that's great as well.
Yeah.
So there's so many ways that we can use the migrant settlement services. They also help with, they've got trauma counselling, which might be able to help out if you've guys got some issues that you need to speak to them with. And they also got some great educators. So again, I think it's really important for you guys. I'm so glad to hear you're willing to learn about the laws we have in Australia, and also the English classes, society classes, cooking classes, Mr. McGarvey. I'm sure you don't need them, but you might be able to teach them.
Learn how to make Australian food.
It wouldn't be good as yours, I'm sure, but that's right. So, and also, Mr.
But
guys,
good for adult education.
absolutely.
In my home country, I'm a responsible man. I run a glass factory.
Right, okay.
But in Australia, no management certificate, no.
Right, okay, great. So,
nothing.
that's something too. We can put you in contact with people who give you the avenues to retrain or get those certificates that you used to have back at home in your new home here in Australia now. So we'll sort that out too.
Uh-huh.
We've got some marriage and family counselling, which would be great. Again, the kids need to be looked after as much as possible. And I know you guys have got your heart in the right place, which is brilliant. For a little bit of help along the way, we might. There's a child and family connect which we could use, and they just help. They're there to help parents who might be struggling one way or the other. And you guys are new to a new country. I can understand how difficult that must be. So they're there to help. So we'll contact all these services. We'll go through them all again.
What
We need.
kind of help?
So as far as the children go, they will assist you in looking after them when things aren't going so well. For example, making sure they're safe, which has got to be the number one priority, I'm sure. Make sure they're being fed properly. Make sure that they're not living any kind of fear. I know this is very hard to take, but these are just the things we've got to make sure that we all work together to improve. You're happy with that? Go ahead, Mr. McGovern. And Mr. McGovern, you're happy with that? Beauty. Well, listen, what we'll do is I've got all these notes. I'll put them in a secure lockup for sure, and we will meet again in 7 days, in 1 week from here, if that's okay. So we'll get things rolling, and then once a week we'll catch up and see how we're progressing. How does that sound?
Good.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for coming in, and we'll get things rolling. Again, need for interpreters at any time, or if you're not understanding what I say, please, I'm here to help you. So please, let me know.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys.
We have to have meeting with government people. And so when we have the dates, we will come to you.
I'll be.
You will help make sure that
absolutely,
we have the
100%.
interpreter.
I will be here working at those dates with you and
We
supporting you.
love our children. If our discipline isn't good for this country, then we'll find out how to make it right, because our family needs to be together.
Beautiful. That's great. That's very positive, and we will work around. We will sort all this out, and I'm here to support you in every manner possible. Thanks, guys. Ta.